This absolute waste of space was so controlling and egotistical, he allowed 6 of his children to die. Hello true crime fans and welcome to Behind the Yellow Tape. Today we're diving into one of those truly disturbing cases that really shows the sinister side of what some people are capable of, particularly when their ego is challenged. We're talking about Mick Philpott and the devastating crimes that ended the lives of 6 of his own children. Now, before the fire that brought him national infamy, Mick Philpott was already well known in the UK. He was a father of 17 children by 5 different women and had a very public, chaotic lifestyle that was often covered by the press. He lived in Derby, England with his wife Myriad and his long-term mistress Lisa Willis under one roof with a total of 11 children. His life was highly controlling and defined by his insistence on this unusual domineering setup. The whole dynamic started to unravel in early 2012 when Lisa Willis crucially decided to leave him. She took her 5 children and moved out. Philpott was apparently obsessed with getting her back and was furious that she had dared to defy him. It was a severe blow to his control and his public image. He tried everything to get her to return, sweet talking, cajoling, and when that failed, pure bullying. When none of that worked, Mick Philpott, his wife Myriad, and their friend Paul Mosley come up with a truly monstrous plan. On the 11th of May 2012, in the early hours of the morning, a fire broke out at the Philpott home on Victory Road. It quickly became an intense, raging inferno. The plan, which was uncovered during a subsequent investigation, was horrific in its simplicity and its malice. Philpott, Myriad and Mosley had deliberately set the fire, using petrol in the hallway. The idea was that Philpott would then be the hero. He'd discover the fire, bravely rescue the children and publicly blame Lisa Willis, his ex-mistress, for the arson. He hoped this would force her to return and give him custody of her children, winning him a kind of perverse victory. But this twisted plan went catastrophically wrong. The fire took hold much faster than they anticipated. Neighbours tried desperately to help, but the heat and smoke were overwhelming. Tragically, 6 of the Philpott children, aged between 5 and 13, Dwayne, Jade, John, Jack, Jesse and Jaden, died from smoke inhalation. In the immediate aftermath, Mick Philpott and Myriad appeared in front of the media, putting on a shocking display of tearful grief, making public appeals and thanking the emergency services. This performance, though, was full of holes. Police become suspicious, noting Philpott's strangely excited and theatrical demeanour. The investigation quickly shifted from looking for an outside attacker to focusing on the family inside. Forensic evidence was key. Petrol residue was found on the clothing of Mick, Myriad and Paul. The whole scheme unravelled under police scrutiny. During their final interrogation, Mosley cracked first, and then Myriad eventually admitted to her part in the plan. The trial took place in early 2013, and the details were sickening. Philpott's long history of violence and control included an attempted murder conviction from 1978 where he stabbed a former girlfriend over a dozen times, painted a clear picture of a dangerous, manipulative man. On the 2nd of April 2013, Mick Philpott, Myriad Philpott and Paul Mosley were all found guilty of 6 counts of manslaughter. The judge in sentencing described Mick as the driving force behind the plot. He was given a life sentence with a minimum term of just 15 years. Myriad and Paul were both sentenced to just 17 years in prison. This case remains a tragic example of pure malice and ego leading to the senseless loss of innocent young lives. It's a chilling reminder of how far some people will go just to maintain control. Thank you for listening today, and remember, stay behind the yellow tape.